Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Wayne Dang here, and today we're in the beautiful city of Las Vegas. Known for its bright lights, entertainment, and also gambling aspects, it's one of the most popular cities to visit in the entire world. And today, we're going on a buffet adventure, starting with the Excalibur Buffet. After all, Las Vegas is famously known for having some of the best buffets there is in the entire world. And being how last time we tried two of the more expensive buffets, being the Wynn Buffet and also the Bacchanal Buffet in Caesar's Palace, today I thought, let's do something different, try one of the cheaper buffets on the Strip, which is the Excalibur. Now, the Excalibur Buffet is definitely not the cheapest buffet on the Strip, but it's definitely on the cheaper side compared to the rest. So being how it is, I definitely can't wait to try that out. So with that being said, I'm getting hungry, so let's go get some food. So first impressions, I have to say, I was absolutely blown away. From the service, the staff, the decor, the food, everything was also top notch. Plus, considering how it was considered a low tier buffet, you definitely didn't expect to see how good this buffet really is. I was pleasantly surprised. Price point wise, if you come during weekend brunch, which is what I did, it came out to be around $32.50. If you come on a weekday brunch, it's a little bit cheaper, but similar price. Overall, not too bad considering it's an all-you-can-eat buffet. But anyways, everything looks so phenomenal, I can't wait any longer, so let's go get some food. So first things first, we're starting out with the Asian food, because as you know, me being Asian, I definitely got to try out the Asian food. So what I got was basically stir-fried vegetables, some sushi, and a tom yum soup. They don't really have much Asian varieties for you to choose from, but from what they have, it does look pretty okay. So first things first, let's try out the sushi. Sushi itself, to be honest, it doesn't really look like to be the best kind of sushi you can get, but hopefully it tastes nice. Now the sushi, I do have to say, it was okay. Like the filling for the sushi, it was actually really good. It had a little spice to it. It was creamy. You could definitely taste the crab texture. But aside from that, the rice though, the rice needed some help. It felt like you were kind of chewing on glue. Like it was all stuck together. It just wasn't a good look, but flavor-wise, it was not bad. It's just the rice needed a little bit of help. Next up, let's try the stir-fried vegetables. As you can see, bright green, although I think it's been a little bit overcooked, but let's see how it tastes. Well, that stir-fried vegetable was actually really good. Had a little bit of spiciness to it, but other than that, it was actually a pretty good stir-fried vegetable. Now, I do got this tuna sushi left, which, to be honest, I'm a little reluctant to try because the first sushi I had wasn't really a good experience, but let's give this a shot. Just like the first sushi, the filling was actually really good. The tuna was fresh, it tasted nice, but the rice definitely needed a lot of help. It just wasn't a really good look. The last item that we have for the Asian dish is a tom yum soup, and I have to say it actually looks really nice. As you can see, there's big chunks of tofu, there's big chunks of shrimp. Oh, that just looks so good. So let's see how it tastes. Oh, tom yum soup is actually very good. It's very flavorful, seasoned well, has a good spice, tofu soft. I haven't tried the shrimp yet, but so far I have to say, tom yum soup is actually very good. Let's try the shrimp in the tom yum soup because I'm actually very curious about it. It actually looks really good. So let's take a bite. Shrimp itself, perfectly cooked, soft, tender, a little bit bouncy. Overall, has a nice texture, a little bit of spiciness to it. Very good shrimp. Alright guys, now that we're done with the Asian dish, let's go for round 2. For my next course, I got some Latin food, so I got some chicken al pastor, birria, Cuban rockfish, chorizo potatoes, some type of Hispanic eggs, and I also got a pozole, which I'm pleasantly surprised because I wasn't expecting to find pozole here, but they actually have it. So first things first, let's actually give the pozole a try because I'm very curious on how it's going to taste. And it actually looks pretty phenomenal. There's a whole bunch of meats in here, some vegetables, I think, some corn. Oh, this just looks so good. I mean, just look at this. Look at how delicious this looks. Oh, let's give it a bite. Oh, that pozole was very good. Especially the pork. It's so fatty, tender, soft, and juicy. Oh, that's a nice pork. Plus the broth itself, very flavorful too. It's a very good pozole. Especially the pork. Like, I am very pleasantly surprised with the pork. It is just incredibly soft and tender. It literally melts in your mouth whenever you bite into it. Oh, this pozole is good. Alright, next up, let's try the birria. As you can see, it's glistening with juice all over. Oh, this is so delicious. Birria, I have to say, you know, flavor-wise, it was actually quite nice, but texture, it was just a little bit on the dry end. Like, I thought it was juicy because of glistening with juice, but once you take a bite into it, no juice whatsoever. It was a very dry piece of birria. I'd probably pass on it. Next up, let's see, let's try the Cuban rockfish. I mean, the Cuban rockfish actually looks pretty nice. That was actually pretty good. It's flavorful, it's soft, it's flaky, but I think it needs a little bit more seasoning. Other than that, it's not a bad piece of rockfish. Maybe if they cooked it a little bit less time, it probably would have been a lot better, but other than that, you know, it's not bad. It's okay for what it is. Let's try the potatoes and chorizo. Oh, that was actually very good. Potato itself, super soft, fluffy, warm, and hot. It was a very nice potato. Chorizo has a nice spice to it, tender, soft too. Overall, it paired very well together. That was pretty good. Alright guys, the moment I've been waiting for, the chicken al pastor. I've been waiting for this because this looks absolutely insane. Like, look at how orange this chicken looks. Oh, that looks so good. So, let's take a bite. Oh, this chicken is very juicy. Although it's a little bit, you know, under seasoned, there's not really much flavor going on. Kind of plain, but just the texture and juiciness wise, there is so much juice going on in this chicken. I just wish they seasoned it a little bit more, but other than that, you know, it's not bad. Let's try the eggs. Same as the chicken, you know, texture wise, it's not bad. It's soft and fluffy, but I just feel like it's a little bit under seasoned, you know. There's really not much flavor going on. It's kind of plain, but it was just okay. Latin plate done. Let's go find some more food. So next plate I got was a carved meat. So I got some ribs, I got a sausage, glazed ham, and a brisket. They didn't have much variety for you to choose from, but what they did have was, it seemed okay. So first off, let's try the ham, because as you know, I'm a huge fan of ham, so let's see how this tastes. Ham is very good, has a nice little subtle sweet flavor to it, a little bit smoky overall. Very good ham. Let's try the brisket. Brisket itself, you know, wasn't really much flavor to it, kind of bland. But the worst part about it was that it was very dry. Like, it was as dry as the Sahara Desert. Like, you could see fat pieces that looks glistening and stuff, but once you taste it, it is a very dry piece of brisket. I'd probably pass on that. Sausage actually looks pretty good though. Let's give it a try. You can never go wrong with sausage. Sausage just always tastes amazing, no matter where you get it. Alright guys, next up, let's try the pork rib. As you can see, there's a lot of meat on this rib and it actually looks pretty nice. Although I think it's been sitting there for a little while. It doesn't look as fresh or new as it could be, but hopefully it still tastes good. Overall, I have to say I really like this pork rib. It's seasoned well, cooked right, has some nice flavor to it. Plus the charred section gives a nice crispy bite. Overall, I really enjoyed this pork rib. So just finished the carved meats, man. I have to say, it was actually not that bad. Things like the ribs, the sausage, the glazed ham, those are really good. Now the brisket on the other hand, that needed a lot of help. That was just super dry, but maybe it was just a one-time mistake. Maybe I just got a bad piece, I don't know. But anyways, let's go get our next plate. So next up, I decided to get some good old American comfort food. So what I got was some specialty pizza, macaroni cheese, cheese blitz, a pancake, and a French toast, all of which look really incredible. So after looking at the dish, I don't know what I want to try first. They all look so amazingly good, but I think I'm gonna have to start off with the mac and cheese just because I love mac and cheese the most. As you can see, it's very cheesy, gooey, and looks very good. So let's give it a bite. Flavor-wise, this is on point. It tastes absolutely delicious. Noodles cooked al dente, works perfectly well together. Although I would prefer the cheese to be a little bit more gooier and stickier, because right now it's more of a liquidy type sauce, which I'm not really a fan of, but still, it wasn't bad. So next up, let's try the specialty type pizza. I don't really know what it is, but I see bacon, I see eggs, so I'm assuming it's some type of breakfast pizza, but hopefully it tastes nice, so let's go on in. Personally, not a fan of this breakfast pizza. I mean, bacon was nice and crisp, was cooked well, eggs were super soft and fluffy, but in my opinion, I just don't think it works well together. Crust was a little bit weird. It feels like that little cafeteria made crust when you had back in high school, you know? Overall, it just didn't work for me, but hey, some people might like it. Next up, let's try the cheese blitz. As you can see, I covered it with some type of strawberry sauce, and it looks absolutely incredible. So let's take a bite. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. They have a lot of cheese inside. This is a very cheesy situation. Plus, when you pair it up with the strawberry sauce, oh, tastes absolutely fantastic. This is actually really good. Absolutely fantastic. Next up, let's try the pancakes because they look absolutely amazing. I already poured some syrup. As you can see, it's glistening with the syrup, so let's give it a bite. Pancakes, you know, you can't really mess up pancakes. I never had a bad pancake before. And just like this one, it's actually pretty good. Plus the syrup, which gives a nice sweetness to it. Overall, it pairs very nicely together. Oh yeah, this is a good pancake. So good. Alright guys, next up, let's try the French toast. You know, the French toast, like, there's nothing really too special about it. It just feels kind of plain. Like, there's no cinnamon, no nutmeg, no special seasonings or whatsoever. It just feels like it's made with egg and bread. Literally, just only those two ingredients. So you could definitely taste the egg, but other than that, you don't really taste much else. You know, the French toast, it's just okay. After finishing up that dish, I am almost completely stuffed. My belly can't handle it no more. But fortunately, we still have room for desserts. So that's what we gotta go get. As you know, I am almost completely stuffed right now. I could barely make room for dessert. What I did manage to get was a key lime pie and a Danish. I wanted to get more, but I just simply can't handle anymore. So hopefully these two will do me just fine. Now with that being said, let's try out the key lime pie because it looks absolutely incredible. As you can see, the key lime pie right here, oh, the bright green, the frosting, the cream, the pie, oh, everything looks so good. So let's give it a try. Oh, that was absolutely amazing. You definitely get a citrusy flavor. You can tell it's lime, the frosting, the cream, the crust, everything just works so well together. That was a good pie. Best of all was that it was not overly sweet, which, as you know, for an Asian, that's the best compliment you can give. Which I'm surprised because normally for American sweets they're overly sweet, but no, not here. This pie is actually just the right amount of sweetness. It's a very good tasting pie. Next up, let's try the Danish. As you can see, the filling itself looks so nice with the icing swirls all around. Oh, this looks absolutely incredible. Well, this Danish is good. It's very tart, but it's actually pretty good. Like, I can't tell what filling this is. It's some type of berry. I know it's not strawberry. It's probably raspberry or something because it has a unique tartness to it that makes it very tasty. Overall, I really like this Danish. Alright guys, I am completely stuffed. I can't eat any longer. I am just totally full. Overall, my thoughts about this buffet is that it is absolutely phenomenal. Like, they had so many variety of foods for you to choose from, most of which were actually pretty good. My favorite being the pozole. The pozole was absolutely so good. But not only that, the buffet itself is only $32.50 for a weekend brunch, which in my opinion is an absolute steal. I mean, most places on the Vegas Strip, just for a meal at any restaurant, costs anywhere between $15 to $25. So paying $32.50 for an all-you-can-eat buffet is definitely worth it. You guys should definitely try it out. But anyways guys, that's basically it for the video. I had a whole bunch of fun filming it. If you want to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe to my channel. And also be sure to like and comment on the video to help out the engagement. And with that being said, I'll see you later.